This video I will be explaining articulation point in a graph. So let's discuss what is articulation point. Okay, suppose this is a undirected graph and there are vertex. So if we remove vertex 2, then the graph will be split into two component. Okay, so after removal of vertex 2, the graph will split into two or more components. So the vertex on removal of it makes the graph split into two or more components. That vertex is known as articulation point. So after removal of vertex 2, the graph looks like this. So basically from a single graph, it has split it into two different components. Okay, two different components. So we need to find out the vertex on removal of which the graph splits into two or more components. So vertex 2 is a articulation point. Now if we see vertex 1, okay, so if I'm going to remove vertex 1, then the graph will not split. Okay, the graph will not split. It will look like this only. So after removal of vertex 1, the graph looks like this. Okay, the graph looks like this. So this is not an articulation point. This vertex is not an articulation point. Now if I see vertex 3 and if I'm going to remove it from the graph, then after removal of vertex 3, it will split the graph into two component. First component will be this one and second component will be this one. Okay, so the vertex on removal of which makes the graph split into two or more components, then that type of vertex is known as an articulation point. So in order to traverse the graph and in order to find the articulation point, there are certain rules and we need to use like DFS algorithm in order to traverse the graph. So this will be the graph traversal algorithm that we are going to use to visit each vertex, and for each vertex we need to find two things, that is discovery time and low time. Okay, discovery time and low time. So I'll be explaining this discovery and low time. First what we need to do is that we need to convert this graph into DFS tree. Okay, so using DFS algorithm I'll convert this graph into DFS tree, and with the help of DFS tree we can assign the timings to each vertex and we can use the concept of discovery and low time. Okay, so let's draw a DFS tree first. I'll erase this. Okay, so suppose I'm going to start traversing this graph from this vertex, from vertex 2. So now from vertex 2 there are unvisited adjacent vertex are there, that is 0 and 3. Suppose from vertex 2 I traversed to vertex 0, from vertex 0 to vertex 1. Okay, from vertex 0 to vertex 1. From vertex 1 there are no unvisited adjacent vertex. So what we need to do is that we need to return back to the caller of vertex 1. But if we look carefully we find that there is a back edge from vertex 1 to vertex 2. Like vertex 2 is already visited and moreover there is a edge between 1 and 2. It means that there is a back edge. So already I've explained in my previous video about types of edges in DFS tree. So from a vertex, if there is a edge to its ancestor, then that edge is known as back edge. Okay, now I've explored all the vertex with respect to vertex 1. Similarly explored all the vertex with respect to vertex 2. Now again I'll be returning back to the caller, that is vertex 2. From vertex 2 still there are unvisited adjacent vertex left, that is vertex 3, and from vertex 3 vertex 4. So this is just a DFS traversal of a graph. So using DFS traversal, the graph has changed to a DFS tree. Okay, it has changed to a DFS tree. Now, after conversion of this graph to a DFS tree, we need to find discovery time and load time. So discovery time means the time required, like the time at which each vertex gets visited. Okay, so I've started my DFS traversal from vertex 2. So suppose its discovery time is 1 because it is the first vertex that I have visited. After 2, I traverse to vertex 0. So its discovery time is 2. Similarly, from vertex 0, I traverse to vertex 3. Its discovery time is 3. Now from 2 I traverse to 4, its discovery time is 4, and from 3 traverse to vertex 4, its discovery time is 5. So discovery time means the time at which each vertex gets visited during DFS traversal. Okay, so this is the discovery time. Now next is the load time. So basically in order to find articulation point we need to use discovery and load time plus DFS algorithm. Now, load time means the lowest reachable vertex having low discovery time. So, if we consider this vertex 2, from vertex 2 we can reach to itself only. Okay, from vertex 2 we can reach to itself. So, its load time is what? Its load time is 1. Load time means discovery time of the vertex which is lowest. Okay, now if we consider this vertex 0, so vertex 0 load time will be what? From vertex 0 we can reach to vertex 2. Okay, from vertex 0 we can reach to vertex 2 and vertex 2 has the lowest discovery time. So by using this path we can reach to vertex 2 and vertex 2 has the lowest discovery time. So the load time of vertex 0 will be what? It will be 1. So low time means lowest reachable vertex having low discovery time. Okay. Now consider this vertex 1. Now the lowest discovery time reachable for this vertex 1 will be what? It will be vertex 2 and discovery time of vertex 2 is 1. So low time of vertex 1 will be what? 1. Now if we see this vertex 3, the load time for vertex 3 will be what? The load time of vertex 3 will be 4 only. Its discovery time, because from vertex 3 we can reach to itself. Okay, we can reach to itself, and if we are going to reach this vertex 4, then the discovery time of vertex 4 will be 5, which is more as compared to vertex 3. So its load time will be 4. Now next, the load time of vertex 4 will be what? It will be 5 itself, because from vertex 4 it is not possible to reach to the lowest reachable vertex. Like it is not possible to reach to the vertex having low discovery time. So basically it is itself, the low time will be the discovery time of that vertex only if it is not able to reach to the other vertex. Okay, so finally what I did was I calculated the discovery time. So this first value will be the discovery time and the second value is low time. Okay, discovery time and low time. So first step will be conversion of this graph to a DFS tree. From DFS tree we calculated low and discovery time. Now we need to apply two rules. First rule will be if DFS tree has root. If DFS tree has root, so we need to check that the root must have more than one children. We need to check that the root must have more than one children. So if children is greater than 1 for the root vertex, it means that that root is an articulation point. So if we consider this DFS tree, we find that vertex 2 is the root of the DFS tree. Vertex 2 is the root of the DFX tree, and we are going to check whether it has two children or not. So this is the first children and this is the second children. So basically children is greater than 1. It means that if I am going to remove vertex 2, it will be separating this graph into two components. So if I'm going to remove this vertex 2 from this DFS tree, then it will separate the graph into this component and this component. So this vertex 2 will be an articulation point. So this is the first rule. If DFS tree contains root vertex, then check whether that root vertex has children greater than 1 or not. If it is greater than 1, then that root vertex will be an articulation point. Okay. And if it is not, then we need to check for other vertex in a DFS tree. So the second point is what? The second point will be consider a vertex from like consider a vertex u and v. Okay. Consider a vertex u and v. So if low time of vertex v is greater than equals to discovery time of vertex u. So consider suppose consider vertex 0. Okay. So vertex 0 is suppose u and vertex 1 is suppose v. So from u to v, check this. If load time of vertex v, so the load time of vertex v of vertex 1 is what? 1. And discovery time of vertex u, discovery time of vertex u is what? 2. So we need to check this condition that load time of vertex v, if it is greater or equals to discovery time of vertex u, then it means that u is an articulation point. But on applying this concept in vertex 0, it is not an articulation point because load time of vertex 1 is smaller than discovery time. Okay. So vertex 0 is not an articulation point. So what does this formula indicate? Okay, again we are going to apply this formula in vertex 3. So suppose our vertex 3 is u and vertex 4 is v. So we need to check this. Load time of vertex v, load time of vertex 4 is what? It's 5. And discovery time of u, like discovery time of vertex 3 is what? It's 4. So 5 is greater than 4. It means that vertex 3 is an articulation point. So it indicates like whether any subtree or any child has a relation to its ancestor. Okay. So if low time of the child vertex, that is vertex v, if it is greater than the discovery time of the parent vertex, that is vertex u, it means that there is no reachability to its ancestor. Consider again this 0 vertex 0, consider it as u, vertex 1 as v. So this formula, that is low time of v greater than equals to discovery time of u, is not valid for this case when vertex 0 is u and vertex 1 is v, because vertex 0 has its child vertex and this child vertex is in connection with its ancestor. So suppose if I am going to remove vertex 0, it means that this vertex 1 is still in connection with its ancestor, with vertex 2. So in order to mark this, we need to use this formula that load time of vertex v must be greater than equals to discovery time of vertex u for u to be an articulation point. If this is valid, if this is true, then u will be the articulation point. So basically we need to take care of this two rule, that if there is a root, check for its children. If its children is greater than 1, then this root is an articulation point. And if load time of vertex v is greater than equals to discovery time of vertex u, where u to v there is an edge. Okay, so suppose this is the parent and this is the child. If load time of vertex v is greater than the discovery time of vertex u, it means that this child vertex, that is the vertex v, has no connection to its ancestor, and therefore we can, if we are going to remove this vertex u, it means that this vertex v will get separated from its main graph. Okay, so in order to highlight this, we need to use the concept of discovery and low time. So this is all about articulation point.